Hello everyone, welcome back for another reading, and if you're joining us for the first time, hopefully these readings work for you. I am with Intuitive Air by Be a Messenger LLC. I wanted to share a pick a card reading for you today, and I'm only going to be using one card because these cards are very expressive and I get a lot of messages from them. I'm using today the Mediumship training deck. I can't even get my words out today. All right, so I'm just shuffling just to mix the cards up a bit and see what messages we get. It's designed as a pick a card reading, but if it doesn't turn out that way and the messages appear to be related in some way, then we'll read them as the messages come. All right, so let's see here. Got 3 of these out here. All right, so I've got Psychic Touch. I've gotten this one before. And I've also got Psychic Journaling. And also too, Creative Expression. Can you see that? Oh, there's a little bit of glare on there. All right, beautiful cards. Very beautiful. All right, so I'm going to start from right to left. This Creative Expression one is giving me a lot of messages right now. And so for this one in particular, you can see that the card is for the most part dominated by a butterfly. And a butterfly comes to be throughout a transformative process. So for me, this is telling me that someone is going through or will go through some type of personal transformation that's going to show throughout your life. And if you see that what he's holding up, to me it feels like a brush, but it also feels like a wand. Okay, so it comes off both of those ways for me, and it looks like the person on the card is pointing in a particular direction with this wand. And what that helps me know is that this transformation is gonna come about for someone who's an artist. Okay, so if you are an artist or this is something you're thinking about doing, do it. Keep going with it. And that way, this is how I'm hearing prosperity will come for you, is through your artwork. So if you're an artist watching this reading and maybe you haven't painted in a while, or if it's something you used to do, and I'm hearing childlike. So this may have been something that you did as a child. I also hear doodling. Okay, so this might be what's happening for you. But if you follow your dream, if your dream is to be an artist, and I'm not saying you have to quit your day job or anything like that, but if artwork is something that means a lot to you and it's something you really want to do, this card is really telling me go for it. That's what I'm hearing. Go for it. All right, but for those of you who are not artists, perhaps the goal of the primary message for this card is the transformation part. And for many of you, your transformation might not come through artwork, but your transformation might come through some other kind of hobby you have, or something that's important in your life to actually return to. Okay, so definitely for this one, that's what I'm getting. Creative Expression is the title on the card. But I think for all of you who are creative in some way, this card is telling me go for it. Okay, do what you have to do, go for it, and do what your heart feels happiest doing, which is creative in some way. Okay, and this second one, Psychic Journaling. Okay. Now, this for many of you could be about journaling your thoughts, your beliefs, things about your daily life. Some of you, it's telling me things are clearer for you when you write about them in some way, or you put words to paper. What I'm also getting from this card is that for some of you, you may get a message from your spiritual helpers that may be something you see in written form. So it may be in words, like reading a document of some type. Also too, it could be that you can channel a message yourself. I don't know if you've noticed that you can do that. But definitely it may be something that you write down that is a message for you, that's meant for you to hear it, meant for you to see it, meant for you to know it. And see how the words on the cards, they're very jumbled. So you may get a lot of messages when you write or when you journal. So, but these are all sort of mixed up in a way. They're not giving any specific message. So what that tells me is that it may take a little more time or the right time for you to decode a message that's perhaps always been there or has been there for a long time, but you didn't understand it then, like you will understand it when it comes to you, okay? So for some of you, this is really about a written message that is meant for you, and it's whatever this written message is going to be important in your life in some way for you to know it, okay? And maybe this isn't a new message for you, but it was mixed up with a lot of other information you have available to you where you didn't quite see it, okay? So there's a message coming to you that is going to be perhaps accompanied by a lot of other information that's really kind of distracting, because I feel kind of distracted by these letters being all jumbled up, okay? But you've got this, okay? It's gonna come to you when it's supposed to. So know that the message is for you. It may not be a new message. It might be something you already know about, but you just didn't understand it like you do now, okay? All right, and this last one, psychic touch. So much green and blue in this card. So for me, this is probably involving someone who is an earth sign. Okay, I'm strongly getting Virgo for this one, but definitely a lot of earth energy. But I think for this one, and I've pulled this card before in other spreads, but this card continues to give me love and family because of the locket that you see at the top. And usually people have family pictures that they put inside lockets, or at least they used to. I don't know if anybody still uses lockets, but that's what it brings about for me. And when I look at this, you see the sky on top? Can you see that? The clouds, okay? This lets me know that the message is going to come from the spiritual realm. Because see how she's got that, her eyes are closed, and it's like she is, to me, listening for the message that's going to come to her. So what this one actually gives me, just to tie it all together, is that you may be somebody who can channel messages yourself from your spiritual helpers. Okay, so that it just gave me that very strongly, that you are someone who can channel spiritual messages yourself, and perhaps you're channeling them from somebody who used to be a family member, from a spirit that used to be in your family. It doesn't necessarily mean that you ever knew them in your lifetime this time, but I think that's where it's coming from. And it's drawing my attention to that the person on the card happens to be female. So either you or your spirit messenger may be female, okay? Maybe a woman, a girl child I'm getting as well. But I think this is about your connection with your spiritual helpers. And in this case, they may, for all of you, they may not necessarily be female, but it's giving me that this is a female person who is channeling messages from the spirit realm, and that it may be coming from somebody that used to be a family member. You know, I don't know how many generations it goes back, but that's what this one is telling me, that someone can channel these messages. And also too, What it's giving me as well is, you see this, see the way it is up here on the card where there's some golden color, okay? I'm looking at that, and what that tells me is it gives me the energy of the sun, okay? That's what it does. Move this over here. It gives me the energy of the sun, and it makes me feel as though whatever messages you are getting, or someone around you who is connected with the spirit realm, it's telling me that these are positive messages. It doesn't tell me what they are, but it does tell me that these are positive messages that you can or will at some point be able to channel from them to help you with transforming your life. Because I specifically heard transforming your life. Okay, so definitely these, feel like 3 separate messages that are spiritual in their own ways, but definitely take some time out in your own life, see if any of these messages, card 1, 2, or 3, actually works for you, or any of them reflect part of your story, or some things you want to follow up on, so that this is something that is relevant for you. Because as with every general reading, all of the messages may not resonate for you, but some of them might. And whatever resonates for you is something that you're going to notice during the reading, or something that you may remember later on from the reading, that meant that there was a message in there for you. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for joining me again for the reading. So I heard something about calling. Okay. So that gives me this one. There's something about somebody's going to call you. Okay. Somebody's going to call you. And so the message may come from someone else. It may be a message from an ancestor, but it's not given directly to you. It may come to you through someone else. Okay. All right. Well, Intuitive Air signing off this time. Thank you for joining me for the messages. Please return for other messages. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments how these messages resonate for you. I'm really interested in knowing how the messages strike you. What's your connection with the messages, if you feel like it's right for you. And it may not be right for you right now. It may be something that's right for you later on, or something that happened to you in the past that the cards are just picking up at this time. But I really appreciate you being here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you again for another reading. Intuitive Air signing off.